Alors. Aïe, pardon. Petit gros mot. Alors. Hey, some people joined. Sorry, it's the first time I try to do this, and I tried to create a link in advance, like a very responsible person that I am. Yeah? But the thing is, I'm now on the page of the thing, and it just doesn't work. So I have no clue how to do. Sorry about that. I wish I can find a way to tell the other guys that they should look at the chat on the other page and see that there's a new link. If anybody knows how to do it, please tell me, or how to connect to the previous link. I have no clue. I'm still searching, so I guess we're gonna wait a bit until the other people arrive. Ah. I'm gonna check on the Patreon page if some people saw my comments. I don't know. So this is the scenario I wanted to avoid. I tried an hour ago to start a direct video, and it worked. But hi David. But it worked when I tried to start the video directly, like right now. But when I tried to program a video and to make it start at 5 to 8, well, it didn't work. So I'm bad with this. I'll try it another way next time. I don't know. So I guess we'll just wait a little bit until the other people arrive, because I can see that on the other video there's like 7 people waiting, and on this one there's 4. So perhaps we wait a little bit. I already say hi to you. I'm sorry for this. It's a shame. I tried, but yeah, I failed. But if anybody wants to explain me how to do this in the future, then please do it. If anybody knows that kind of YouTube mysteries that I'm not aware of. I can see that. Okay, so the thing is, I will check regularly on the Patreon page and on the YouTube channel if there are some comments, because I don't know if all of you have YouTube account and can comment here. So I'll go back and forth. And yeah, I hope it's gonna be fun. So I just wanted to start by thanking you. Hey, Jeff. Hello from Los Angeles. Hello from Switzerland. I just wanted to start this video by thanking you for your support. It's really precious. It's really, I'm really grateful for it. And I'm grateful that you trust me, and that you like my music, and that you listen to my music. Hey, hi, William. I'm really happy that you like what I do, and I really hope that you will like what I will do in the future as well. I can tell you right now that my focus is on the Ad Infinitum album. We will be in studio in, I think, 4 weeks. Yeah, in 4 weeks. So yeah, this is pretty exciting, because it's the first time I do something really. I build it from the beginning, and I build the music, and this is something really, really precious to me. So yeah, I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's something really special. And so we are now producing the 3 last demos, and we will start to record the drums by middle of September, and then I will drive to Germany to record the voices at the end of September. And then the plan is to have it mixed and mastered by November. And we already received the artwork, which is great. What we don't have yet is the name of the album, which is it will come when we have all the songs and all the names of the songs and the vision on the yeah, the big picture, then it will be easier to find a name to this baby. So I don't know if you guys have any questions, but I will probably keep talking until you guys have one. Yeah. This is fun to do. Yeah, so I just came back today from this double show day. First, we played with Workings at Metal Hacker in Germany. Then I drove 2 hours, and then I had this show in Switzerland with Rage of Light, and I was really like, I hope there's no traffic jam. Hi, Garrett. So yeah, it was a pretty stressful day, and I was not really enjoying it because I was like, am I gonna make it? And I did it. But yeah. What else? So don't hesitate if you have any questions, because this is a live Q&A. I don't want to just talk with myself because I'm just looking at myself right now in the camera. I'll check also on the Patreon page. I hope everybody has seen my message. I'm so sorry about this. I'm very bad at this. I tried to make it work on the other link. The masks. The Plague Doctor's mask. Okay, so for the Ad Infinitum band, we ordered some masks. I'm just gonna check the name of the guy. So we were working with this guy in Sweden that's Jonas from Ad Infinitum knows for a long time. And if you want to find him, his name on Instagram is hard to pronounce. I think it's Vindbeck Zacharias, but you just search for Zacharias, or you can go to the Ad Infinitum page, and it's in our liked page. And yeah, his artist name is Zacharias with Zacharias. And he does a lot of stuff. I mean, he's amazing. He's been working with a lot of artists, and he's I mean, just check the pictures he's publishing. He's doing a lot of different stuff, and it's the really funny thing is that the masks we have, when I saw them first, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be super heavy. It's gonna be hard on stage. And you have them, you're holding them, and you're like, no, this is super light, because it's it's made out of yoga mat. So it's like super thin. It's kind of foam, and there's a part that you can remove in order to wash it, because yeah, that's when you're on stage with this, you sweat after 5 minutes. We saw this during the photo shoot. But it's cool because, you know, there's the mask going like this, but here they can breathe, but still it's covering your entire face. So it's better when you can remove this fabric thing and wash the sweat away. But yeah, I can't wait to see how the guys will deal with it when they will play their first show, our first show, next year. Because it's one thing to have a photo shoot and to pose, but it's another thing to play and to headbang with this, and then to sweat and be like, and to do it for 45 minutes. So yeah, the first shows, I mean, there's going to be more announcements regarding this, but so we will start our tour end of March, beginning of April. Some of the dates, I think 10 dates have already been announced. Unfortunately, only in Europe, but we really hope that we will be able to make it everywhere, because it's really how do you say, heartwarming to see that many people, like from the US or from everywhere, actually are expecting us to travel. So yeah, we really hope that this will happen. Anything shows in North America program power 70,000 tons of metal. I try to make it happen. We recently signed, not signed yet actually, but discussed with the booking agency that could make it happen. I cannot tell you more right now because we haven't signed the contract yet, but it's very promising, and it's also very rewarding to see that such booking agencies are trusting us and believing in us. So yeah, and the plan is to try to do at least one or two of these festivals in the US, or in perhaps later in Asia, or everywhere. But the thing is, it's pretty hard when you're a new band, because you have to convince the promoters that they should invest in you, and that they should trust that you're able to bring people to their show. And when you start, well, you have to make yourself a name. So it's more like you try to be added to a package of bands, which happens more likely on tour. But yeah, for example, 70,000 tons of, I'm sorry, too much noise. 70,000 tons of metal. I saw some friends playing there because they every year they take these three, what is it called? Creepers. I think they call it the Creepers. I don't remember, but it's these three bands who are not worldwide known. For example, I think Temperance played last year. There was Dragony as well, who both played with Serenity on tour when I was on tour with them last year. Yeah. And so that's a possibility, and Prog Power as well, but I don't know what kind of band they take, because I think usually it's bigger band than this, but perhaps it will happen. Will Rage of Light go on big European tour soon? I don't know, but we recently signed with the Flaming Art Agency, and we got some proposals, but it was not possible at the moment because yeah, it was, I don't know, it didn't fit our schedule. And also the bands with whom it was not at all close to Rage of Light. So the thing is, for example, when you try to create a package and you say, okay, Rage of Light is going to open for, I don't know, Xandria, you're like, because mostly in this kind of evenings, the headliner and the first support will bring the people. And when you're the new band, okay, there's going to be some people interested in you, but mainly you're there to be seen by the audience of the other bands, to profit from their fan base. And when it's a match, like for example with Ad Infinitum, Dynasty, and Serenity, then you know that the styles match, and the people who come here for Serenity or for Dynasty, they have some chances to like Ad Infinitum because it's symphonic, and you know what I mean. But when, for example, you put Rage of Light and Xandria or Sirenia or whatever, and it's completely different, then you have big chances that the audience won't quite like it. There's people who will like it, but for example, people who don't really like growls, they will be like, please stop it. So no plan for the moment, but yeah, we just signed with this booking agency, and we hope that in the future there's going to be more possibilities. One thing I really wanted to do was trying to play with, for example, The Agonist, because that would be a great match. Butcher Babies as well, perhaps Ginger, and they are on the same label, so that would be cool. But we will see. when you work on a song, do you always start with music and then add lyrics, or is it possible to do it the other way? Oh, very interesting question. Both actually. Sometimes, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm gonna write a kick-ass song. I want it to sound like I don't know, and I really want some kind of vibe, some kind of atmosphere, or some kind of power. And I write first the drums, and I'm like, I want a rhythm like this, and then I want some orchestrations like this. I usually start with the drums, then I go for either vocal lines but without lyrics, or orchestrations. And the lyrics very often come last, and then I modify the vocal line accordingly. But sometimes I do it differently with, I don't know, I start with the vocal line because I have an idea. But it also happened that, I don't know, for example, I think it happened with one of the songs of the Ad Infinitum album. I was kind of, I think I was sad because of a situation, or angry. I don't remember exactly. And I just started to write lyrics, and I was like, "Brrrr." And then I'm like, okay, then now I have to write music behind this, and I just chose the kind of atmosphere I wanted. And sometimes I write lyrics, and then I write a song, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make the two match. So I don't really have a one way to do it. Salut Mathieu. Unless there is a show at one of the festivals I intended to go to, I'm probably gonna make it to one of the April shows. Yay! Tell me if you come. Tell me if you come. I really like to meet you guys at the shows. It's always a pleasure. Hi, Andreas. When the Ad Infinitum album comes out, where can I buy it? Okay, very important information for you guys. So, I had a recent discussion with the label, and I already said it before, but it makes sense to release the album when we have a tour very close. So it's going to be close to the tour in April. There might be shows before, so I guess it's going to be, you can expect it for March or beginning of April when the tour starts. It's not really my call, because it's really in the hands of the label, because, for example, they know that they have 10 albums to release between January and March. Then they have to schedule them, because they cannot release 10 albums on the same day. Second thing, the albums are released on Fridays. So you cannot say, okay, we're going to release an album on Monday, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, etc. So they have to plan them in a clever way. And then, yeah, it makes sense to make it available when a tour starts, because then it's like full package promotion. It's not like, oh, we're releasing an album, oh, and by the way, in 3 months we go on tour. It's like, bam, the album is released, come to the show and you can buy it. No, but I think you know what I mean. And regarding the second question, where you can buy it, this is something that we learned because we're musicians. Perhaps some other people know it, perhaps not. The best for us is either to buy it at a show or on the Napalm website, because when Napalm sells a lot of albums, then they have an indication that the band is interesting some people, is building a fan base, and that they will earn money from it. So this is why a lot of artists insist on the fact that it's better to buy the album from a legal platform and not to download. And I mean, it's also a great indication when we have a lot of plays on Spotify. I use Spotify, and it's also, we also the label also receive royalties from it. But when you buy the album on the Napalm website, then they really count like the albums that they sell and the money that they get. And afterwards, I don't know if that's the kind of things you say, but anyway, we're 10. The more they sell, the more advance we get for the next album, which means if we sell a lot, then they will grow the budget for the next album. So this is why I encourage people to really buy the album, and then if you want to listen to it in your car on Spotify because reasons or because you prefer, then do it. But it really, really helps all the bands if there is physical copies bought to the label. I don't know how it works with other platforms selling also the CDs on hard copies, but yeah, I'm just recommending the Napalm Records website. Will Ad Infinitum come to Hamburg? Wait a minute, I have a very bad memory. Hamburg. I think it's not planned yet, but we still have some shows that are going to be scheduled, booked. And I know that I think we are searching for more shows in Germany. So perhaps Hamburg will be one of them. I'm not sure. Butcher Babies are not on stage. Lots of moshing. I've never seen them, but I've seen some videos, and it looked like a lot of fun. They were actually playing at a festival where I was going as a visitor. They were going to Hellfest, but they played at 10, and this was too early for me. No, because we watched the day before some bands until, I don't know, 2 in the morning, so no chance. But I want to see them. Merci pour la réponse. J'aimerais voir Rage of Light. I would like to see Rage of Light with Arch Enemy or Amon Amarth. Wow, that would be cool. What would be fun would be to do the Twilight of the Thunder God cover with the singer of Amon Amarth. And Arch Enemy, I actually thought about them when we released the album. I contacted them, but they had no tours planned. Sorry. So, but yeah, would definitely love to tour with them. Bandcamp bad. No, because the Bandcamp website, I think, if I'm not saying anything stupid now, I think the release of the album on our Bandcamp page is also run by Napalm. It's not us. So I think they get direct access to to the sales on this platform as well. Guardians of Asgard duet with Amon Amarth. Definitely. Will you have double duty on the tour with Serenity and Ad Infinitum? I wonder. Perhaps. Not tired after yesterday. I'm so tired that when I arrived home, I was just, because I played 2 shows yesterday, for those who don't know. I played in Germany at 6:45 with Workings, drove 2 hours, played in Switzerland with Rage of Light at 11 in the evening. And today I arrived home and I was just on my bed and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna rest for 30 minutes and then I'll do some videos and stuff for Ad Infinitum. And I woke up 1 hour and a half after. I guess I was tired. Yeah, this is too bad because we originally Workings was supposed to play on Friday. So I thought, yeah, it's okay. I can do the Rage of Light show on Saturday. I just sleep after the show and drive directly to Switzerland. And then I'm like, oh, so what about this show on August 30th? and they're like, we didn't tell you, but it's on the 31st now. When? And I checked, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a challenge. You only overslept 1 hour. With me would be like 12 hours. Well, the thing is, I had stuff to do, but if I didn't, I think I would have taken my computer, some tea, and I would probably do it right after the Q&A. Computer, or even the TV, some tea, Orange is the New Black, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Will there be some guests on the album? This is still a question. At first, I thought about asking 2 guests. Right now, there's already Timo from Delane, but you already know it because he recorded the guitars for I Am the Storm. And then I thought about asking 2 other people. The thing is, it really makes sense to invite some people when you are going to do a video with them. Because if you, for example, invite, I don't know, just an idea like this, the singer of Camelot, or I don't know, the singer of Avantasia, then in order to really make it worth it for the promotion, you have to really create a video, because it's not enough just to have the song on the album. Because then when you really create a video and a real promotion around it, then people, fans from Camelot or fans from Avantasia, they will see it and they were like, oh, what is this band Ad Infinitum? And they will check out the video, and they will check out the albums and then the shows. But the thing, the bad side of this is, when you create a video with a guest, then what do you do live when this is one of your hits or singles, but you don't have the guest with you, and you don't have any possibility to have a guest, or you have to bring a guest all the time for just one song? So I was like, I don't know, because for example, you have what kind of example can I give? For example, Serenity, they had this song on one of their first albums, if I'm not mistaken, The Chevalier, with Aileen from I don't remember her band anymore. Whoa, but Aileen. And thing is, then people are asking it live, because when you release an album, you release like 2 or 3 singles, and then people know these singles, so they are expecting them live, and then you're stuck, because you're like, okay, so every time we have to have someone with them to sing it. So I was like, I would love to have a guest, but I'm not sure. So perhaps I was thinking of we are going to release this deluxe version with additional songs. So perhaps I will do something here, or perhaps there's going to be something later. I'm not sure yet, to be honest. Would you like to play at the Abyss Festival next year with Rage of Light or Ad Infinitum, or with both? What is the Abyss Festival? Where is it? I mean, we would like to play every festival with both bands. Yeah, Sirenia. Yeah, you're right. Aileen was in Sirenia. True, thank you. The best example would be Workings with You. Yeah, now they cannot get rid of me, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's a pleasure to work with them, so I'm happy to tour with them. We will be on tour again in less than 2 months in Europe again, and it's gonna be fun. We have a lot of fun on tour. It's it's really cool. Yep, she's terribly underutilized with White Workings. You mean me? Well, perhaps it's going to be more in the future. Who knows? Oh, Lac de Gruyère. Oh, yeah, then definitely. Okay, Lac de Gruyère. Oh, that sounds terrible in English. the lake of Gruyère is a beautiful lake close to where I live, actually. And oh, that would be nice to play there. I love open air festivals because the landscape is completely different. The atmosphere is completely different. We played once with one of my previous bands at this festival where the stage was nearly in the water, and it was like a little beach with bars and stuff. Ah, that was really nice. C'est vrai que Sparta sans toi, ce serait pas pareil. J'espère un jour que ce serait possible que tu fasses une musique avec Elise Reed. Okay, I'm gonna translate. It's true that Sparta without you would not be the same. Um, I hope that one day you could do something with Elise Reed. That could be cool. I really like her. She's a super nice girl, and I admire her a lot. I remember when I actually told her this when we were on tour with Amaranth in February. I remember this time when I was taking regular singing lessons, and and I was always bringing some songs that I wanted to work on with my teacher, and I really wanted to learn how she does this, high belting when she goes in the high notes and like super powerful. And I was like, I brought this Drop Dead Cynical song to my singing teacher, and I was like, I want to be able to do this. So Elise is really one of the singers I admire and I look up to. How difficult is it to switch from clean vocals to growls? It's not difficult, actually. I don't know how to explain, but it's like this is gonna be loud, I guess. Like this is ridiculous. Sorry about that. I don't know. It's just it switches somewhere here. It's really I have no clue how to explain. I just learned it. Sorry about that. It sounded pretty awkward. I actually learned how to. Thank you. I actually learned this because I discovered Camelot, and because of Camelot, I discovered Alyssa, and because of this, I discovered The Agonist, and I was like, "That's so amazing what she does." And when there's something that I find really cool, but I'm not able to do it, I want to be able to do it, so I learn it. And it's been like this with a lot of things in my life, and singing harsh vocals was one of them. And for a long time, I was searching for videos on YouTube, and I was like, I don't get it. There was videos from guys saying, "Yeah, you have to first," and then didn't make any sense for me. And then I found this video with a girl explaining it, and she said, it's like when you're a teenager and your mother tells you, go clean your room, and you're like, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then she tells you, go clean your room, and you're pissed, like, and I tried this, and I trained it for a long time, because when you start, it's like you're not even able to do one sentence. And I was training, and it takes a lot of breath, breath control, and but eventually, after a while, it worked. Now I feel comfy. Do you sometimes go to see bands just as of course, I love this. Okay, last time was at Greenfield. I went to Greenfield Festival in Switzerland because there was many bands I loved. There was Slipknot, there was Amon Amarth, there was Amaranth, there was Within Temptation, which I love. There was I don't remember now. Many cool bands. Oh, there was Cellar Darling. There was Papa Roach, and we with my friends we all went there, and we were like during the concert, no, this is not what I expected. And then, cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. And then everybody starts to be like, fuck. And that was it. Because actually, this was the only song from Papa Roach I knew. And I think it was like this for all of my friends, which was funny. But otherwise, I go less and less to concerts. I used to go like every month to concerts, but now a bit less because of my schedule. Actually, right now there is Within Temptation and Evanescence like 2 hours away from where I live, and I was thinking about going, but then I thought, nah, I don't have enough time anymore, and I'm here anyway. But I think my next concert as a fan is gonna be Ghost in Munich or Battle Beast in Austria in Virgo. How did you start to listen to metal and rock? um, when I was a teenager, I was very much into Evanescence, Avril Lavigne, which is not very metal, but that was some rock. Oh, Nickelback as well, Linkin Park, all these commercial bands or artists that everybody knows. And then when I was 18, I think, I met my ex-boyfriend back then, and he introduced me to Nightwish, to Camelot, to Delane, to Rhapsody of Fire, and I was like, "Wow, this is super cool!" And then I started to search for other bands because I really loved it, and I found Stream of Passion, Lacuna Coil, and all these bands, and I was like, "Oh, this is so amazing!" And I loved the energy on stage, the energy on albums, and then I went to my first metal concert, and it was Gamma Ray. Yes, sir, it was Gamma Ray. It was really, really cool, and I never stopped listening to metal. And the funny thing is, that guy who showed me metal for the first time introduced me to the guitar player of my first band. And this is how everything started. So I thought I've been thinking him many, many times since then, because without him, I would never be singing metal today, I guess. Or perhaps I would, I don't know. Who knows? You should go to Zurich to see Arch and Me and the Monomarth. I'll be there and I'll see them in London as well. When is it? I haven't seen any information regarding this concert. Is it one concert with Arch and Me and Amon Amarth? Because if it's this, then probably I'll be there. November 19th. Wait a minute. Because agenda. I didn't my code wrong. Now it's good. Okay. November 19th. But it's on Tuesday and I will be far from Zurich, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it. Perhaps I can see if there's another date closer to where I will be at that time. When I was at the Masters of Rock, I just wondered, when does the band makes their sound check? At festivals, we don't really make sound checks. We often do just line checks right before we start. Not us, but we have technicians, and they just try the instruments before and try the mics, and then we go on stage directly after, because there's no real time for it. I don't know if the first bands did any real sound check, but we just arrived just backstage right before our show, right after the previous show, and we gave the instruments to the technicians. Both singers, we had our mic and we just did a quick singing of 10 seconds to see if the mic was okay and if the volumes were okay, but we didn't do any real sound check, because on festival you don't really have time for this. And it's anyway not possible, because if you do the sound checks before, for example, then you need, I'm not a technician, but I guess you would need a mixing table that is able to remember all the parameters for all the bands. So I don't think it's possible. Were you surprised about the very good review on Imploder? Did you sell a lot of copies? Okay, I will first answer to the second question because I cannot answer to the second question actually. We haven't received yet the results because I think it's every 6 months. So I guess we will receive next month. We should receive the result next month actually of the sales. And if I was surprised by the good reviews, honestly, after the release of the first single, I was not expecting such good reviews because, you know, when you publish your first single on YouTube on the Napalm Records channel, sometimes people can be pretty critical. And I saw some comments regarding the mix, which didn't, which some people didn't like, which surprised us because it was not different from our previous mix. And I was like, oh, okay, so then perhaps the quality is not as good as people expect. So I don't know if the reviews will be good. But in the end, turned out that the reviews were excellent. So we were very, very happy. But it was just, you know, this very short time where you're like, okay, we are going to release something as a newcomer and we don't have the budget of Arch Enemy, for example. So it's anyway going to be different because, yeah, you don't have huge budget for production, mix mastering with the top masters of it. So we were pretty nervous and yeah, wondering really after the first comments regarding the mix, especially me, I was like, oh, I don't know what people would think. But you know, I guess every time there's a newcomer releasing something on the big channel like this, where much bigger bands are publishing something, there's always people saying, oh, this doesn't sound like Amon Amarth. Yeah, no, because we're not Amon Amarth. Are you happy about how it is working on Patreon? I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy. The only thing is this summer I was feeling very bad because I was not able to do as much as I wanted, and I was really afraid to disappoint people. And you know, for me, it's not something where I say, yeah, just give me the money. You know, I really want to deserve this. I really want to deserve your support and to make you happy for it, and to feel like you think that you how to say that it's worth helping me, that I'm doing something good with it, and that I'm actually giving you something back. And this summer I was really nervous about this because I really wanted to send some stuff and to create videos and to create stuff. But the thing is, I was like traveling for 5 days, coming back one day, working. Then the day after I was traveling again, and then I was coming back and I had a video to record for this person and then some vocals for that person. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never gonna have time. And I tried to do some things in between, but it was really stressful. But I'm really hoping, you know, now the festival season is over and I'm gonna be mostly at home until the tour. I'll have much time also because the album creation is coming to the end, because now all the songs are created. It's just a matter of production and some lyrics to add and some things to change. So I'm really hoping that now that the big work is done, I will have much more time to spend on the Patreon page and to discuss more with you and to send more content and to make more videos. And because yeah, this is I'm really, really grateful for this and for your help and for your support and for all the nice messages you send. Sometimes I'm not able to reply directly, but I try to do it as much as possible. And I really want this to continue and also to have more chats like this because I'm really much enjoying it. I see that it's almost 9, but I don't really care. I don't want to stop. But yeah, I'm really happy with this Patreon page, and I will try to make it go to the next level and create more content. I already started by creating some small videos when I'm, for example, on tour or playing a concert, and I can film backstage. Sometimes it's hard, for example, with workings, because obviously when they're not ready with everything, I cannot film. But I will try to do it more, especially on tour with Ad Infinitum, to create some videos for you, especially for you that nobody else can see. And I hope you guys will like it. And also, if you have some ideas, if, for example, there's anything you want me to do or to show the way I work, I don't know, just ask me, because any idea is welcome, because then I know what interests you and what makes you happy. Gotta take the bad with the good. Everyone is a critic, especially when there is a comment section. Yeah. That's the thing I'm learning right now, is you cannot please everybody. And there's always going to be people who don't like what you do. There's always going to be people who love what you do. And there's always going to be people who really want to find the little thing that they can criticize. And this is also something you have to take, and then you just sort what is good to remember and what is not good to remember. For example, if there's some constructive comments, I don't know, on the videos, we were like, okay, I don't know, for example, the way it's filmed, it's not good, or because this angle was not very good, or I don't know, any type of comment which we can take in order to improve our work is good to take. But when it's just when it sounds like shit, we're like, thank you, where is your album? But yeah, where was I? Where do you get the most money bargain from? Selling CDs or t-shirts or concerts or something else? The most money bargain comes from what we sell at the shows. Because, okay, this works like this. When you release an album, for example, Ad Infinitum, we have some budget from Napalm Records. But then a part, okay, this is the budget, and then perhaps there's this part that they want to recoup. So they will say, okay, I don't know, you have 5,000 to recoup. So the first sellings go directly to Napalm Records until this is recouped. Then the band starts to get some money out of it, but a share of it. Same for the t-shirts that Napalm sells, and same for royalties and all that stuff. So we have, if you want, we have a budget that is given to us, and if we use it, then there's some part of this budget that Napalm will take back. They take the risk because perhaps we never sell any album and then they lose that money. But if we do, they take this money to reimburse themselves, and then we get some money. But when, for example, we play live, we order some merch from Napalm when it comes to the CDs, for example, but we pay them a special price for the band. Or we order some t-shirts from another company, and then we sell them directly at the show, and then we get the money out of it. And this is where we make the most money for the band, because this is direct work, direct sales that we do. And this is what helps, for example, when we want to create a budget for the next album, then we can say, okay, so we we sell something at the merch during a tour. The first part goes to paying the t-shirts and CDs that we bought, that we ordered. The second share is, I don't know, to reimburse ourselves if we had some expenses. And then the last share is, I don't know, goes to the bank account of the band for the next album. And for example, the first tour I did with my first band, we had to invest some money in order to be part of the tour, because sometimes it works like this. You can share the costs of the travel, or of the bus, of the tour manager, or you are the first support and you have what we call a buy-on, which means that per show the band has to pay a certain amount of money to be able to play. Actually, it sounds silly, but it's like a marketing campaign, and a lot of people don't accept it right now. But when you're a small band, you don't bring 200 people every night in each club. So it's like a marketing campaign. You profit from the success or the fan base of the other bands. So you pay this buy-on. And for my very first tour with my previous band, it was like this. We had to pay something to the, I think it was to the record label of the bands. And then we got this money back from the merch, because every night we were selling some CDs, some t-shirts, and that was our way to recoup it. And then, of course, there is the web shop. But to be honest, for bands or for me, it's different, because for me, I don't sell a lot of things. I just sell some things that I do, or some cards, or some pictures. And this is helpful, honestly. But for bands, it's more difficult, because, for example, when you're selling a t-shirt, then you are selling a girly in S, M, L, XL, XXL, and a man in S, M, L, XL, XXL. And then you have the shipping, you have to ship this, and you have to, for example, if someone has the wrong size, they send it back, and it's a lot of work, and you have this VAT to think about and stuff like this. So this, we usually don't handle it online, but we do it at the shows. I don't know if it answers your question. I hope. This Q&A is really a cool thing. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining. I enjoy it. I really like talking like this with you. It's fun. I think I will do it again soon. Yeah. We are all grateful for you too. Oh, this is so sweet. Yeah, I'm super grateful. And if at any time you feel like you have some comments for improvement, or there's something you're unhappy with, or there's something you're happy with, tell me. It's always welcome. What did you do for a living before being a rock star? A rock star. I did an apprenticeship in the social insurance, and then I worked for a few years in insurances. So this is very far from the rock star life. And then I worked for several years as well in a school. I was working with the management and the president, and I was organizing some trips, and I was also creating some contracts. But at some point, I think after my first tour, I realized, nah, this is not for me. I want to make more music, and I want to, I had this thought, okay, this is my life, and this is me looking at my life. How do I want it to look like? Because you have one time on earth, depending on the beliefs, and this is yours. This is your time, not the time of the company you're working with, or the time of your parents and what they want you to do. Actually, my parents are very supportive, but I know that in some families it's like, rockstar is not a job. So this is your life. What do you want to do with it? In a very responsible way, for sure, because you don't just quit your job and become a rock star. But what do you want to do? And I thought, okay, the possibilities are this. I can make more music, and I can give lessons, and I can also work on my shop, and I can do this and that and that. And you know, to really think about all the possibilities to make a living out of this, and with activities that are all connected to music, because this is what I like. So I decided to stop working in an office and to make music the center of my life. One of the first videos I saw on your channel was the cover of Amon Amarth. Honestly, it was as successful as the original. Oh, thank you so much. We were super, I mean, I don't know about the guys. I think they were also afraid, but I was scared of releasing this video because I was like, okay, this is Amon Amarth. This is not covering Lady Gaga like we did. This is Amon Amarth. So you're covering, it's a metal band covering another metal band, which is huge. And you cannot make the mistake of making something bad out of it. And I was really like, when we released it, I was like, fearing the comments from the Amon Amarth fans and the hardcore metal fans, you know, the really like, do we say that in English? Purist? I don't know. The people who are like super metal and they don't like, there are some people you cannot touch Amon Amarth because Amon Amarth is like, oh, and we did some electronic metal cover of it. So I was, yeah, don't know how it's gonna be. And turned out I think it's our most successful video so far. So seems like we did a great job. But yeah, we got also some shitty comments, but it's like you said, David, it's like, there's some people who will like what you do, there's some people who won't like what you do, and you just accept it because this is the way it is. You have, you can see the most amazing chocolate cake at the bakery, and someone will say, yeah, I don't like chocolate cake. That's it. That's a funny comparison. I do think you should upgrade your camera equipment and record your covers in 4K videos. That would be awesome. Yeah, I should. And I'm currently buying some stuff, which reminds me, by the way, that I was supposed to order something today and I forgot, but I will do it after, I guess. I'm buying some small pieces of equipment part by part because I've seen some really cool covers. I mean, music-wise, but also video-wise, and I was like, oh, but this makes a big difference because, for example, when I click on a cover, as a fan, I mean, not as a musician who will analyze the things, but when I click on a cover, when the video is shitty, I'm like expecting something okay. When the video is awesome, I'm like, oh, what is it gonna be? And you see that it's done in a professional way. So you like, it's always, I don't know, it's like when you go to the restaurant and you get a very nice plate, you're expecting something good. And you don't know, it can be bad, but you're expecting something good and you're already in the mood for something good. When you are at the restaurant and you get a plate which is completely messy, you're like, whoa. And it could be the best plate ever. You'd be like, so skeptical. So I guess it's the same for the videos. When people see that the quality is good, there's already something like, yeah, it's a step to the next level. But yeah, I will go step by step. I will first buy some good lights that I should buy tonight, actually, because I have a video to shoot for a cover. I told you about this. I have a video to shoot and I got some black screen because I was filming in a room at home with white walls behind, and it's terrible when you edit it. But yeah, it was the easy way to do it. So now I have some black background. I will buy some lights. And then I guess I will also start to buy some more equipment. But this takes time because really good equipment is really, really expensive. But yeah, step by step. I also want to buy something in order to make some good videos, backstage videos. Yeah, but yeah, step by step. Is there a special meaning or story in the Mask of Ad Infinitum? Yes, there is. I guess we will tell more about this when we release the album. But if you want to know something more, and we haven't told it yet, but people who are curious might have seen it already. You can go check out our website, which is at www.adinfinitumofficial.com, and you can go to the biography section, and then you will see some more information about this. That's all I can tell now. When you do those covers, do you ever get feedbacks from the original bands? Sometimes. Sometimes. I got a feedback from Camelot several times because I did several Camelot covers. And I mean, not feedback like, hey, Melissa, this is blah, blah, I've seen your cover, etc. It was more like they were republishing it and saying, check out this cool cover of our song, blah, 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 by Melissa, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it's always good because, for example, Camelot is a band that inspires me a lot. And when you see that they like what you do and they republish it, you're like, yo! I also got this from Stellar Darling. I think that, oh, Gus G. I did a Gus G cover. Oh, and actually he wrote me because he liked it very much. I know him, but he wrote me for that, and he said, oh, this is really cool. And funny thing is, when he played in Switzerland his acoustic show, he told me, oh, we stole your idea for the guitar thing of the song Burn. I mean, he did it much better than me for sure, but he said, yeah, we took your idea, blah, blah, blah. And since I was there, he invited me on stage to do it with him. It was great. And funny as well, at the end of the video, I was talking, and behind I was playing this song he did with Elise, What Lies Below, also acoustic. And he was like, have you done the acoustic version of What Lies Below as well? And I was like, just a small part. Pride. Well, you covered the Misfits as very well, and that band is sacred to a major fan base. Yeah, I was, you know, I don't know that band very well. I just knew some things about, and I knew about Doyle especially. And but you know, I had the feeling that it was a huge band, especially perhaps I'm wrong, but especially in the US and in the Americans all over the world. And I was like, okay, perhaps this is something a little bit like, you know, I had this feeling a bit like Amon Amarth, where I was thinking, perhaps if I do something really shitty, then I will get a lot of hate. But no, I just did it, and I really loved it. I didn't know this song before, and I really loved it. I was listening to it. It was funny because I was learning it, and I was on Spotify, and there was the normal version, and there was, what was it? A very calm version, but I don't remember what it was. Perhaps it was just instrumental. But there's several versions on Spotify, and I was listening to them again and again and again, and I was like, yeah, this is so cool, this song. And I really enjoyed working on this song, and I really loved the results. And apparently people liked it as well, so I'm very happy about it. Elitists are gonna hate on stuff anyways. Metalheads are an opinionated bunch. Thing is, I really find it very funny because there's a lot of people I heard a lot of people saying metal is the only true kind of music, and they were listening to bands who take their inspiration from pop or jazz or reggae or any kind of music. And I feel like sometimes the fans, some fans, not the fans, some fans can be like kind of narrow-minded and like only metal artists, and these artists are super open-minded, and they would listen to Lady Gaga, to Justin Bieber, to I don't know, any Rihanna, whatever. And I personally listen to everything, uh, and it's funny because sometimes I'm in my car and I have I have this playlist with metal that really motivates me. And in this playlist, I put some Ariana Grande songs because it just motivates me as well. And I'm going from Pantera to Ariana Grande in 1 second, and I'm like, not disturbed at all. Fine with me. Yeah. What is your favorite song on Imploder? Mine are Mechanicals, Enraged, and Fallen. Um, Battlefront, Fallen, Battlefront, and Fallen, I guess. Mechanicals as well, I guess, but Mechanicals has been released before, and it's my it's my probably all-time Rage of Light favorite. Yeah. So yeah, Battlefront, Fallen, and Mechanicals. I guess I'll be the one to ask since I'm sure this question is on everyone's mind. Okay, go ahead, bring it on. While I will drink a bit of water to prepare for this question. Game of Thrones. What did you think of the ending? Oh my god, don't ask this. Don't ask this. Okay, okay. The ending of Game of Thrones. And please, I won't spoil. If anybody here hasn't seen Game of Thrones, I won't say anything that happens. I'll just say what I think about how it's been done. And I'm not inventing anything or saying anything that you haven't read or heard before because I have the opinion of many, many other people. I have the feeling that this season must have been at least 2 or 3 seasons with much more time spent on each part of the story. Like the long night. Excuse me? You talk about walkers for 7 seasons? Okay, I will stop here because otherwise I'm gonna spoil anything. But okay. So it's been done in a very they've been rushing the thing. They rushed the thing in 1 season, and it's like, okay, let's just finish this, and then we do the pre Game of Thrones series. What happens before? Because we want to make more money out of it because this is genius, and it started the first episodes. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I don't know why people are not happy about it, and then it accelerated, and then I got disappointed because I was like, no, this cannot happen so fast. You have to give us more detail, more time, more content. But yeah, but regarding the story itself, regarding yeah the plot, I guess you say, I think if it had been done with more details and much longer and in 2 or 3 seasons, then it would have been good this way. But yeah, too fast. Yeah. As a Swiss girl, do you like fondue? Maybe not before a show. Definitely not before a show, but I love fondue. I don't know if everybody here knows what it is, but it's this melted cheese, and you put either some bread or some potatoes in it with a fork, and it's melted cheese, and it's really good. I love it. I love it. I still don't know if I prefer fondue or raclette, which is we have some little, hmm, what is the name in English? I don't know. But some little things like this where you put the cheese and then you put it in a sort of a oven, small oven on the table. And then you can put some onions or some spices, and you eat them with pinkles. I don't name in English. Pinkles, I think. These little green things. And with the salad. Yeah, both are good. Yeah. I like questions about food. I like food very much. Too much. Way too much. So I don't know if you guys have more questions. I think I said pretty much all I wanted to say, but if you have more questions, I have time. The only thing waiting for me right now is Orange is the New Black. Can wait a bit longer. This has been fantastic, but I need to drop off. I hope you do another one of these in the future. Get some rest and don't stress yourself out. I will do another one because this is fun. This is really fun, and I like your questions, and I like talking like this with you and read the comments. This is fun. Yeah. Perhaps next time there's gonna be more people. I don't know. I will try to advertise it more. It was the first time, so I was like, yeah, I will not advertise it too much because something could happen. Like, for example, the first link I sent could not work, or I don't know, and it happens. So for next time, I will figure out how to start this video. There was a comment on the preparation page, like I could use some kind of program to connect with my webcam. I don't know. Perhaps that's it. I will investigate, but definitely I will do more. It's fun. Do you need to eat special things for your voice? Nah, no. But what I realized it is there are some things that you should not eat before singing. Chocolate. Chocolate makes, okay, this is not sexy at all. You know these things that when you're sick, there are some things coming from your nose going down your throat, and then you're like, not like this, but you're like, and the chocolate makes this. And when you are about to go on stage and you're like, all the time, this is not very comfortable. And milk as well. Milk, cheese, yogurt, this makes you very uncomfortable here. But I guess water. By the way, I found the coolest water bottle ever a few days ago. Water is really good. And water, room temperature, not sparkling because otherwise you burp. Okay. So I will wait a few seconds, and if you guys don't have any more questions, then I guess I will end this Q&A. But I will wait a bit with this. Talking. And then I will migrate to the, what questions would you want to be asked? Perfect. What question do you want to be asked? This is a good one. I don't know. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. What would you do if you could be invisible for one day? Oh, I would prank people. Like, depending on which day it is and where I am, I would prank some people very, very much. I would probably scare some people. I would make fly some objects. Um, oh, perhaps I would take an airplane for free and I would go on vacation. But then I would have to pay the way back. Yeah. Okay, what does your shoulder tattoo say? Haha. It's actually, okay, it's in French, but it's Elfic letters. And translated into English, it's something like patience is bitter, but its fruits are sweet, which means sometimes you have to wait a long time for something to happen. And this is bitter, hard. But then when it happens, this is finally the result of your wait, or I don't know how to really explain it. I have plenty of tattoos. I have 8, 9. Yeah. And it's true that when you start with tattoos, then it's hard to stop. Do you have a good relationship with the metal press? Yeah. Uh, People are kind with me, so I have a good relationship with them. I've never felt like there was people attacking me, or not attacking me like, but with words. Or I always felt like people were super kind with me, actually. Good critics, good comments, a lot of interest, and I was like, "Wow, thank you." I sometimes I'm really surprised. Actually, I've seen, for example, when I did this Misfits cover. There's a website who published the news, like Melissa released a new cover of Misfits, and I was like, okay, is that so interesting? It's cool. It's really cool. It's funny because people see you in another way that you see yourself. Sometimes they're like seeing you as a rock star, and you're like, eh. I do my first tattoo in October, soon the 9th, like you. Wow, what are you gonna do? Soon the 9th. Oh, yeah, yeah. Soon the 9th, like 9th. Okay, okay, I get it. Yep. The first one in October, then December, January. No, it's fun to get your first tattoo. I got it a bit too early and I didn't really know what I wanted, and now it's covered. But yeah, it was a trend at school. Everybody at school. It was not school like kids school, but it was another school after during my apprenticeship, and it was everybody was getting tattoos. So we all wanted to get tattoos, and then don't really think about what you're getting. Controversial question: do you like pineapples on pizza? Yes, I'm one of those who eat Hawaii pizza with pineapple, and I'm proud of it. The bullhead from Vakken. Oh, as a tattoo, this is really cool. This is real cool. I actually thought about getting it, but I think I will get it when my band plays to Vakken to say, I played Vakken. And oh, by the way, this year Vakken was like, it was stressful because like 2 hours before we were supposed to play, um, the people of the organization, they evacuated the whole festival. the whole festival, like 75,000 people, and all the artists. They were like, okay, if you have a tour bus, then go in your tour bus. If you have a car, go to your car. And the others follow us. And we were like, where are we going? And we followed, 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 followed. Where are we going? We follow, we walk, we still walk, we're still walking. Where are we going? And then we arrived in the school, and everybody was packed in the school, and they had some water and some supplies. We could choose between nuts and candies. And it was fun. But it was stressful because we were like, okay, are we going to play or are we not? Because we had this alert on the phone, and it was like, okay, the festival is suspended for 1 hour. And then, okay, the festival is canceled. And okay, no, never mind. Just suspended for 1 hour. And we were like, what is going to happen? And in the end, the guy told us, okay, so normal program from 4:30 on. And we were supposed to play at 4:30. We played. I would like to do a tattoo, but I think it's painful, and I'm only a man. It's not that painful. It depends where you do it. Okay, here it's painful. Here it wasn't. The worst was here. I thought I was gonna tell the artist to stop. I was like, and he made a break of 5 minutes, and then it was worse. But it's okay. It's like, I always compare it if, for example, you take a knife and you just do like this on the skin. This is how I felt. But yeah, depends also if you do color, if you feel it, like for example here the lines, it's okay, but then they take this bigger with more there's not just one, there's like 8, and they do this to do the fillers, and this is a bit more painful, but it's okay, it's okay. Are your parents with Albert what are your parents with Albert Bunny, who played football with Neuchâtel Xamax in the 70s? I have no clue who this is. Sorry, but I should ask because Neuchâtel is very close to the my village of origin. So perhaps this is someone from my family. Who knows? But your performance in Wacken was awesome. Oh, thank you so much. It was so cool. It was fun. It was really fun. And it's what was so fun was to see there was this guy, 5th row. And so, Warkings is like, I am gladiator. And then you have this girl arriving on stage and Sparta! And he was like, that's so fun. And what is really fun during the walking shows is usually there's a big security guy, the 1st row, and he's like, not gonna let anyone do any bullshit today. And then you have this girl walking on stage like Sparta, and he's like, and one day, I think it was at Masters of Rock, there's one guy from the security. He saw me screaming on stage, and he called his friends like, look what she's doing. Anyway, this is fun. It was at the campsite. I was at the campsite when a friend told me that Workings was playing at the right time for the Wacken. I've never run so fast. That was fun because actually we thought, okay, people have just been evacuated. So now they're probably all in their cars or on their way back or on their way to the bar. And there were so many people. Like first when we were doing the line check, we were checking and there was like 2 rows. And we were thinking, there's gonna be like 50 people. Okay, cool. But we played back and then the intro starts, and then the guy starts to go on stage, and you see people arriving, and you're like, oh, people are coming, so many of them. It was nice. It was really nice. Really cool experience to play there. All right, so we are running short of questions. Yeah, but it's been already 1.5 hours, so that's normal, I guess. I think I will stop the Q&A now. And thank you all for joining. It was fun. I already said it's like 3 times, but it was really fun. I'll do it again. Not too often, because otherwise you will get tired of me. But I will do it again. It's gonna be interesting to give you some news, and it's fun. It's cool because it's not like it's open to everybody. So I kind of know you already. We all talked on the Patreon page, and it feels like it's a closed circle. And yeah, and I like to with you I can give a bit more information without really thinking about what I'm able to say. So yeah, so thank you so much for joining. It was really nice. Again, for those who weren't here at the beginning, sorry for the mess with the link. I kind of knew something like this would happen, but I was really hoping it wouldn't. It did. So sorry about that. And again, thank you very much for your support. I hope that I express enough how much I'm grateful for it. And yeah, I hope to see you soon at a show as well. Oh, you can check out the tour dates. There's only tour dates in Europe right now, but more will come, as I hope. And I'm very much looking forward to meeting you all on the road very soon, and to talk to you again on live Q&As on the Patreon page, on social media, and I'll try as much as I can to answer all of your emails. And it's really, really nice. It really makes me happy when I can chat with you, and you're always very kind to me. So thank you so much. See you in April with Ad Infinitum. Yeah, see you in April, for sure. Thank you for this Q&A. This is a great idea. Congratulations again for doing 2 shows one day. Thank you. Never again, hopefully. No, just kidding. Yeah. So thank you so much. Goodbye. See you in Essen. See you in everywhere.